like around a few days ago, and she turned like 54, I believe, and happy birthday to her. But let me just have a conversation about Janet Jackson's legacy and what she really means to me. See, look, Janet Jackson, when I was a kid, I'll be real, I only knew her as Michael's little sister. That's how a lot of people kind of know her as, and that's very unfair to me. If you just like say that that's Michael's little sister, or sister of the Jackson Five, whatever, that's I don't know how to explain it. It's in a way just disrespectful if that's all you classify her as, because she is her own artist and she paved her own way, her own dance and her own style, her own music, her own way of singing. Like she had her own style, she had her own grips, had her own da da da. And yeah, I feel like that's a very unfair thing to really know her as, and that's what I did know her as a kid. Was that who Michael's little sister? Like, yeah, that's unfair. But that's besides the point. But yeah, it was Janet Jackson's birthday, and I've been actually going on a discography journey type of Janet Jackson recently. And I will say that her discography is just amazing to me. Her discography has just been on point, in my opinion. Yeah, we got a few dubs here and there, but her discography has just been amazing. Like, I've actually got a few of her albums, and I listened to all of her albums, actually, except for her first two, but I'll get back to those in a little bit. But I actually been listening to Janet Jackson a lot more, and her music is very incredible. Her albums are just so satisfying to listen to, and I really appreciate the work that she really put into those, because these are just some bomb. She has some great music. So Janet Jackson, she's had her fair share of accomplishments and her fair share of awards here and there. Like back in, I'm not really sure. Hold on, I'm gonna look up some. Alright, yeah, she won 8 Billboard Music Awards in 1990. I remember hearing about that. I remember that, including Top Hot 100 Single Artist of the Year, Top Selling Album of the Year, Top Selling R&B, etc., etc. She knew what she was doing. I think this is for the Rhythm Nation album, I believe. She's also the third most awarded artist in history. She has 11 American Music Awards, 5 Grammy Awards, 9 MTV Video Music Awards, 13 Soul Train Music. Like, first, alright, long story short, Janet Jackson, she has her own fair share of a bunch of awards. And I hate that back in 2005, what happened to her during the Super Bowl 2005 for whatever, when her legacy was almost erased. They really tried to erase her legacy, and that's just some nonsense. That's BS. When Justin Timberlake, you understand where I'm going. But yeah, I hate that when they blacklisted Janet. I hate that they blacklisted her because Demeter Joe was coming out later that year, and that actually got disrespected. That album got disrespected. That's a good album. It's not one of her best albums, but it's a dope album that deserves recognition. Like, it should have gotten recognition regardless. Like, come on now, it was an accident. They overreacted. We've seen worse things now in the Super Bowl. Come on now. So Janet Jackson really transcended what it means to be a black artist, a black female artist in the game. Like, come on now, we got videos like Rhythm Nation, Patrol, Pleasure Principle, um, All for You, Together Again. That's the way love goes. Like, come on, all this dancing. Like, come on now, Janet Jackson has to be one of the most amazing dancers in the industry. I know I keep saying this, and I don't want to say this again, but you can see what Michael and Janet, those two come from a very strong family when it comes to talent, and it showed. It definitely showed. So she still looks good to be. She still looks good, and she still dances like she did when she was younger. And she's 54 now. She has a new album coming out this year, and I can't wait for that. I honestly just can't wait for that. I'm gonna have to pre-order that. But it's just incredible. It's like her legacy will always live on for real. So like, let me get back to her discography. I feel like her discography is one of my favorite discographies I've actually like take the time to listen to. Control was her, you know, breakout album because she has an album in 1982 called Janet Jackson that I haven't heard. That I heard it was not good. Dream Street 1984, heard that wasn't good, and you could tell that she really kind of disowned those two. But that's besides the point. Control is like her breakout album. Like that's where all the hits were at with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. And when she got connected with those two, that's where everything just got glued together. Um, yeah. So Control, great album. Rhythm Nation, even better album. Janet, more or less better album than Rhythm Nation, but it's arguable. The Velvet Rope, I think that has to be one of her best albums, of course, too. All for You is my favorite Janet Jackson album. Like from start to finish, All for You is just an incredible album. Regardless, it's just an incredible album. I don't care what nobody gotta say. All for You has to be one of her best albums. No, her best album, in my opinion. Like nothing came after that was any better. Because when you had songs like Someone to Call My Lover, Son of a Gun, Come On Get Up, doesn't really matter. And these are all just the singles. When you talk about even deep into it, hold up. You had the sexy Would You Mind. Now that's a song that you can you can do anything to. Um Trust to Try. That's a song that doesn't really get that much recognition, but I love that song. I love the rock, the electric production that goes along with it. It's such a great album. It's just a great song. And just a good album in general, like in my view. Um whew, Feels So Right. Better Days. Like, these songs are just so satisfying to listen to. And it's a shame that in my view that this isn't like a public like what is it that this isn't regarded as her best album because in my opinion All For You is her best album. I'm just saying. But people have music in different ways, have different views on music in different ways. It is what it is. The Rita Joe was a good album too. I listened to it. It's not as good as All For You though. Like All For You is just high up here. All For You is where it was at. 20YO, that's kind of a disappointing album. It's not really something I would really come back to really like listen to. However, I only did listen to 20YO once. So I guess it could probably be good again the second time. Discipline, that was a decent album. It's nowhere near her best. Nowhere near. It's not really as iconic. I love Feedback. The Feedback is actually an iconic Janet Jackson song, in my opinion. That's definitely an iconic Janet Jackson song. And then her last album happened in 2015, Unbreakable. And Unbreakable actually is the album that really got me into Janet more and more. I'm telling you. Unbreakable was literally the album that really got me into Janet. I remember thinking about it one day, like not thinking about it, but I saw Unbreakable remix on YouTube, like in 2016 actually, and I remember listening to it. I'm like, yo, who is this? This is good. This is Janet. Oh, okay, let me check it out. So I checked out the Unbreakable song. It was dope. Then I see the album. Oh, let me check this out. I listened to the album. I had that album on repeat for the next few months. I kept trying to put my friends onto it. Like Janet really just is just when it comes to Unbreakable, that's such a good album to really just listen to, and I applaud her for being in the game for this long and still creating the music as high quality as what she did when she was younger in her heyday, and it's you don't really see that from all types of artists. You don't really see that. And Made for Now, that's a song that came out in 2018, I believe. And she still created headlines with that song being so far in the game. So as a feat, like as a black female artist herself, like she's really making a way, really, and she's still releasing music. Black Diamond, I can't wait for that album. That album's gonna be fire. But back on the Unbreakable for a second, like when she did with Missy Elliott. Missy Elliott's a legend in her own right too. That song is it's not my favorite on the album, Burn It Up, but it's a decent track. You feel me? Damn, baby, that's a good one. Ah, that's a good album. That's a good song. Ooh. The Great Forever should have known better. After You Fall, you could tell that she's very depressed. In certain songs on this album, you can really tell that she's really healing from Michael's death and other things as well. No Sleep with J. Cole. J. Cole did a great song. Did a great job on this song. I'm telling you. But Janet Jackson really transcended artistry. Just really, I feel like I'm riding her. I feel like I'm just riding her right now. But I'm being dead serious. This is what Janet Jackson means to me. She means like she is literally one of my favorite artists of all time because I love her music and when she's off the stage too, like you can really just tell how much of a chill individual she was. I remember Poetic Justice, how much I love that movie with Tupac. That's a good movie too. That when Michael and Janet collabed for the first time when Scream, that was insane when I first saw it the first time. The choreography, they killed. They killed the choreography. I would love to learn that eventually, but Janet Jackson, that's the way love goes. Like, come on now. She has bops from A to Z. Like I'm telling you, it's just incredible. But let me stop. Yeah, she was treated unfairly back in 2005 with the Super Bowl, and I could tell that that really just kind of hindered her success on certain tracks and certain albums that she was releasing. When Demi the Joe came out, she was blacklisted, so it's like, you know, what can you do? 20 Yo, even though the album wasn't that dope anyway, it still got blacklisted. Discipline, blacklisted. Unbreakable, they kind of broke away from the blacklisting, but I heard that she still was blacklisted in a certain way, which is very unfortunate considering that was almost a decade when this album released. So, like, what? It's just incredible. And also the music, the lyrics. Janet Jackson is great when it comes to lyrics. Like, for example, If. That's a dope song for some of the most dopest lyrics. If was just, it was incredible. State of the World, Rhythm Nation, of course. That's the way love goes. Um, oh, I'm not talking about the Velvet Rope like that. Hold up, Gone Till It's Gone. Together Again. I Get Lonely. That's a banger for days. All for You. Like, Would You Mind? Trust to Try. Like, Janet Jackson knows how to make lyrics. She knows how to do an incredible job when it comes to lyrics. And Discipline is actually her first album, and I think only album where none of the songs are written by her. And I kind of feel like that could really kind of hinder the album more, because I don't think anybody else can really capture Janet's vocal ability except for her herself. So Discipline really kind of, yeah, that was. I mean, it was decent though. I don't want Janet to really come back to be an artist that doesn't write her own music. I mean, I don't mind artists that don't write their own music. I'm just saying that it's kind of more impressive if you could write your own music and still thrive off of your own lyrics, in my opinion. But it is what it is. There's still bops out there that wasn't written by artists. Drake, look at his catalog. You feel me? And I love Drake. I'm just being for real. I just call it like I see it, and that's just how it is to me. That artists that don't write their own music are kind of least impressive in most people's eyes than artists who do. It is what it is. Prince, come on now, but Prince is a topic for another day. But when Janet Jackson speaks on racism, helping another person, just positive lyrics and the not so, what is it called, kid friendly type stuff. Like I said before, would you mind? It is what it is though. Basically what I'm saying is that she could turn any topic and have just the nicest poetry when it comes to it. So Black Diamond, I cannot wait for that album this year. I'm very excited for her. And to finally see, she's so happy now. It seems like she's so happy. She's not in a relationship anymore. When she went out with Jermaine Dupri, that was a dope relationship to be caught up with. However, Jermaine Dupri did kind of ruin 20YO in a way, so that's why you don't mix relationships with your business. It is what it is, because that kind of can happen. That would happen. But yeah, Janet Jackson is literally one of the best artists of all time, and I feel like she's underrated considering the family that she was brought up in. It's unfortunate, but there's nothing you can really do about it. She still, hold up, don't get me wrong, she still has a bunch of success on her own, even though some people still regard her to her family. I don't do that. Not anymore. I don't. She's her own artist, and that's who she deserves to be called out as. It's her own artist. So yeah, Janet Jackson. And she's getting her own movie too. That better be good. That better be good. I heard Michael Jackson getting his own movie too. And Janet's gonna get her own. This is gonna be good. It better be. I wonder who's gonna like showcase it. Will it be BET? I hope not. I hope it's in the theaters where it deserves to be shown. I'm not saying nothing against BET. I'm just saying that theaters get a lot more view time than BET. Actually, I don't know if that's true or not. The New Edition store was good, and I think a lot of people seen it. I don't know. Let me stop. But yeah, I still don't know how to close out these videos like that, but I'll find a way soon. I'm gonna have an intro coming too, so yeah, I'm gonna post a lot more on this. But my favorite Janet album. Let me actually kind of like go through my favorite Janet album before I end the video. My favorite Janet album, like I said before, is All For You. From start to finish, it's just a satisfying album. Like there's no skips on it. Like believe me. If anything, like my least favorite song on that album would be You Ain't Right, which is the first song of the album. First track. Yeah, it's not my favorite, but it's definitely not a skip. My favorite song, that's kind of hard. I believe it is Trust to Try. Trust to Try is really a hidden track in my, not Michael. Oh, I'm sorry. In Janet Jackson's discography, it is Trust to Try. It's, I don't know. You can just feel her anger and her passion within it, and it's just insane to me. So when it come out, look, there's a bunch of songs on that album that I love, but I think All For You has to take the cake. The Velvet Rope has to be a very cohesive album. Like I think mostly her most cohesive album. Like the song itself, Velvet Rope, is actually, it's like a Kingdom Come type of song to me. Like I could see that in like a medieval game or something like that. Like a rock intro. That's, I feel like Velvet Rope as a song is, and it's such an incredible song to me. Gone Till It's Gone is such a satisfying song. But let me see. My favorite song from Velvet Rope is literally I Get Lonely. Now that's a good song. That's an incredible song. My least favorite song, I don't know if I have a least favorite song on the Velvet Rope. Damn, do I? Alright, let me look at my thing again. Maybe Empty. I don't know. I think Empty might be. I think that might be it. Alright, next album, Rhythm Nation. Oh my god, I think every song in this album is just dope. For real. Maybe if I could skip. See, look, one thing about one of her singles is that Black Cat, in my opinion, that's an overrated single in my opinion. Janet, see, look, I know Black Cat really started out the rock trend for her. Because I remember reading about when Black Cat got single. That did incredible. That did an incredible song. That did incredible numbers, charts, whatever. But Black Cat, yeah, I feel like that's her most overrated single, in my opinion. It's not a good song, but my favorite song off of Rhythm Nation is Escapade. I love Escapade. Like the happiness and the joyful within her voice is just incredible when it comes to Escapade. I love it. And ooh, Miss You Much is good too. The knowledge, the interlude, Let's Dance. That's an incredible interlude. I danced to that interlude from the Dangerous videos. Check it out. But Rhythm Nation was good too. State of the World. She actually talks about real situations from back in the day, and unfortunately, we're worse now. So yeah, Janet. Favorite song on that album? Ooh, That's the Way Love Goes. Any Place, Anytime. New Agenda. But if I could pick one song, that's what I have to do. That's the Way Love Goes. Ooh. Least favorite? Dang, I don't know. There's too many interludes on these albums because I'm looking at the albums right now on the phone, and there's too many interludes. That's kind of Janet Jackson's main problem is her interludes, or was her main problem because Unbreakable didn't have no interludes in it, which is a nice breakaway. But I don't really know if Janet Jackson really does have a very unfavorite song in Janet from 1993. The last album I'm really gonna get into was Demeter Joe, and my favorite song from that album is I Want You. That's just that's just incredible. I keep saying that. That's just insane. I don't really know any other like adjectives to really showcase her music ability. But yeah, Janet Jackson. Well, let me end it right here. I could go on and on about this. But Janet Jackson, happy birthday, late birthday, because it's like I'm 2 days late or whatever. But happy birthday to you. You still look good at 53. You'll probably never see this. And I've been trying to get noticed by Janet so much on Instagram, and it's so hard to me. I be trying so hard, but you know, it is what it is. So yeah, happy birthday to you, Janet, and I can't wait for Black Diamond and much more music to come my way. And I know for a fact you won't disappoint. So yeah.